This is Naomi Denmother from EQ2 Traders Corner, about to do the new GUC Tradeskill mission. This is like try 10 or so of getting this video done. We'll see if I can actually get through it this time. First thing is that this is going to be a level 110 Tradeskill daily. It is required that you be not only a level 110 crafter, but that you have completed the Planes of Prophecy Tradeskill signature line. If you have completed it, then you will find this new NPC named Griv standing in the Coliseum of Valor along with all of the other mission givers. If you are only a crafter, he will only have the Tradeskill mission for you. If you are an adventurer of, I believe it's 105, but it may be 110, you can also get the adventuring missions from him, but since I'm low enough, I won't be able to do that. You will want to do things like dispel your ponies and get rid of any other pets, stampedes, things like that. If you travel with a horde, they're going to distract you from the roamers and make it harder to get rid of said roamers. So I would say get rid of all of those, park them at the front of the zone if necessary, whatever you need to do in order to clear up your landscape a bit so that you can see things a little more easily. Then you head out to the Plane of Magic once you have the quest, and you will find a new zone in. It's pretty green. Or anyway, at least I think it's pretty. Babbling while the zoning windows are going. There we go, just off to the right. Once you zone out, return to GUC. Find the Tradeskill mission on the list, zone in. You are going to want to be harvesting a total of 4 remnants of Valor. You will get 2 from each harvesting node. If there are not enough up in safe areas for you to harvest all 4, you grab the first 2, do some crafting, then kill a mob, and then come back. That is a roamer. That is as far as that roamer goes. Once he is gone, I will see if there is the other remnant of Valor up. If not, then we have to wait until we destroy a frog, and they drop the remnants of Valor as well. But thankfully this time I can get all 4 at first. Hop back up here. Your first time through, you grab the recipe. If you've been through before, well, before you zoned in, you're probably going to want to hit Alt-Z and check your zone lockout timers to make sure that you're not actually locked out from the instance that you need. Since this is a daily, but it has a 3-day reset on the zone, you have to manually reset it if you're going to do it 2 days in a row. Then you find the recipe on the forge, and here's the ingredients. So you will need a total of 100 celestial coal because you're going to need to do this combined twice. You can use your prayer shawl and hope for extra procs, so you can save yourself some money on fuel as well. I will be back. I'm going to chug a potion of progress and get the combines done, and then I will be back with more recording. I'd also like to take a moment to apologize in advance. I will be doing a lot of and struggling for words. This is an unfortunate side effect of my chronic illnesses, is a problem verbalizing and a problem coming up with words now and then. I try to keep it to a minimum, but this is more talking than I normally do in an average day. I just got so distracted by this that I missed my chance at zapping the roamer. But I do have the chalices on my hotbar, and I will get him when he comes back through. Because he didn't despawn, he teleported. He has a certain spot where he spawns, a certain area that he paths, which is right up to here, and then he bamfs out and does it again. So he never really depops, he just warps. Mobs also like to hide in bushes, so you're going to want to use tab target a lot. And when you do get rid of a group, or even a single one, they drop a remnant of Valor. But once you have those first 4, you don't need any more, unless you zone out or log before you finish the instance. Then you'll need to come back and craft more because they are no zone. Now, here comes the first nasty little bit. Doorway to the right. Sometimes he's easily visible, sometimes he's further over. All of the spawn areas in here for the static ones are slightly variable. So they won't always be in exactly the same spot, just that general area. So I targeted that one that I could see, and suddenly I have this little targeting ring here, so that I can just barely see the toes of the one that's hiding next to the doorway. So I inch out until my toes can see his toes, and that gives you line of sight. And that is actually how line of sight is computed. It's by the feet. If his feet can see your feet, you can zap a roamer once you're in range. Maybe I'll be in range eventually. There we go. And I get the too far away message. He warped because I took too long. So I will get rid of the others while I'm waiting on the roamer. There will be a group to the left. There will be a group to the right. Sometimes they're closer to the doorway. Sometimes they're facing the other direction. Get rid of them. Here comes the roamer. Get rid of him. Head over here. Target the goos. There are two groups of goos. You want to get rid of them because you need to go in that pool in a bit. I know, it's ugly, it's kind of infested, you really don't want to be in there, but you need to be in there anyway, so get rid of the goos while you're thinking about it. I also clear a good chunk of the rest of the room. I'm clearing this roamer. I will show you where he starts from in a moment, so that if you do not catch him when he gets to there, you can get him near his starting area. But before I get that close, I have to clear this group. Now, this group down to the right here, this spot where you see that gate, that is where that roamer spawns. So then he runs up the steps and then runs along the back here. So knowing where he spawns, you can avoid him and get him at a distance to get rid of him. You really do want to get rid of him because he'll get in the way later. Now you come over to the east, this final room in the corner. You want to get rid of that batch. You can ignore the batch over there. You want this room done because of this pedestal. You will need this pedestal shortly. So there it is. I'm ignoring that group. I don't need to deal with it. Come over here to the fungoids. There's a fungus among us. Get rid of them. And again, they can be in the bushes. They can be just past the bushes. Use mouse target or tab target. Tab target has the problem though of all of these remnants of Valor will show up on a tab target. Edge over to here. Clear that fungoid, which also gets rid of some over there that you didn't see. This guy, which is linked to some over there. Then the first named, the ancient fungoid. Get rid of him. And suddenly, you're going to see green smoke show up like that. And that means that little mushroom that's hiding in there is clickable, and you need it. So you've grabbed some of the fungus from that mushroom, you've made sure that the goos are cleared out of here, you're going swimming. Ick, uck, yucky. And here is this goo-covered, slime-covered idol. You pour the fungus on it. I don't know why it's a liquid fungus. Usually they're a little more solid than that, but you pour it. Then you climb up the ladder, and by pouring that fungus on there, and this is the same as the adventuring zone, this gate unlocked. There was a gate locking this up. It is unlocked now. There's a roamer that stops there, and he teleported away before I got to him. It's the problem with talking and doing this at the same time. It does slow things down. That's a second roamer. That is not the roamer you wanted from here. We will get to him. I'm going to clear out this other group. And here comes my roamer. And I got him before he got to me. No flat frog today. Well, those frogs get flattened. My frog does not. And I did run this through on Miami, and I recorded it. It was long, it was annoying. There's the roamer that I wanted to get, the second one. because otherwise he clears up. Ignore all these weird achievements because they're not really real. It was just because this alt and where it was copied from and how long had she been going and so forth. It has nothing to do with Fallen Gate. I copied her from test and she just did not have the AA needed before to earn that achievement. Now I'm over to here. Get those two. And sometimes they can be a pain to target too. Now, there's often a frog hiding in that bush. He's not always there, but there he is. Got him and his linked friends too. There's the roamer and where he stops. If he's not up when you come to this point, then, well, you want to wait right about here until he spawns up and out so you can get him. You really don't want to cut it too close or you're going to be flattened. Now there's going to be a group to the right and you have to kind of jink around to find them. There we go. There'll be a group to the left. He's actually visible without much struggle, thankfully. More goo! Or poo, depending on who you are. I'm going to first person for a moment just to make it easier, but I tend to stick in third person because the furniture placement is much easier when you're in third person just because of the heights that you need to work with. And what furniture placement, you're asking? Just a moment. Let's get rid of the Archpriestess Ridipa. She's gone. Ugly little statue! Hi, ugly little statue. You're coming with me. Now you can take out mobs while you're moving furniture with tab target and using the hotkey, but that's a lot of extra fumbling. I don't like to deal with it, so I cleared that roamer before. So that roamer is not going to splat me. I splatted him. Bring it all the way back up to this room. Ignore the red shiny for just a moment. Back over to that little room in the corner to the east that I mentioned before, and the pedestal. Now see, this is why you want third person. You have to place it well above your head, and you have to be able to see where you're placing, so that's why you want that. Now we come over here. Happy, happy, joy, joy. First of 4 red shinies in this instance. It's a 20-piece collection. Yes, 20 pieces. And I will cover on my website exactly what the collection entails and what you get from it. Now over to here, that group is split between 2 levels. Sometimes they're both on the same level, doesn't matter. You want to get rid of that group, you want to get rid of the group across the way. Now there will be 2 roamers, one from the right, one from the left. Left one is up, getting rid of him before he depops. Right one is up, and you do that so they don't blindside you on the other side of their pathing. Group here, sometimes it's easily visible, sometimes you actually have to turn the corner in order to find them. Get rid of them, come around, clear that group, and I actually went a little too far too fast. Sometimes they'll be even closer to the corner and will splat you if you go that fast. Eternal spawn. Not really eternal, but over and over and over again. You're going to keep getting roamers and more roamers, and there's already one coming up the stairs. So I've got him targeted. I'm backing up, getting rid of him, moving forward. The other one's already coming. Get rid of him. I'm going to move more left. Here he comes again. They're all spawning out of that pool. They will stop spawning once I clear the named in this room. But I'm taking it careful. There is a group to the right that is not visible. It's not there for once. And there's usually a group to the left as well. I already cleared the group to the left. The group to the right isn't there. They must be out in the hallway or something. So I'm hugging left, which is far enough away from the spawn point that that thing is not going to get me. What I want is to be in range of Froppet up there. Boom. Once Froppet is gone, no more frogs will spawn out of that pool. Anything that's out and about will keep wandering the path until it, oh, there's the group to the right. Anyway, that frog will come to about here on his return trip, and then he'll depop. There's a red shiny around here somewhere in this room. This is also a spawn point, but let's worry about there it is. There's also a top of the ramp glow off to the right. He's always there. The red shiny is always somewhere in this room once you kill the named. And so, well, actually, once you kill the first named in the zone, the red shiny spawns in this room, but it can be in varying spots in this room. There's a hidden door. We're going to go trigger it. There was something else I was going to say, and now I've forgotten what it was. Eeny, meeny, miny block. There are 3 blocks to push. And the pattern varies. So if you push a block and it pops out, or you push a second block and it makes them all pop in, you try a different one, and you go in sequence. Sometimes it works clockwise, sometimes it's counterclockwise, doesn't matter. Get all 3 of them pushed in by hook or by crook, and there's your open door. Group. Then you look down, there's one waiting to mug you at the bottom of the ramp. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's further out. So line of sight is a pain. I'm going for the other one since that one wasn't easily reachable for line of sight. The big thing is to be aware that you don't want to just rush down the ramp. Next group. Now, do not just rush forward here. You're at the bottom of the ramp. Hug right a bit so that you get a good line of sight for the first of your crocodiles. Boom. He's always there. You do not want to run around that corner and get met with a bunch of teeth. Doesn't matter what level you are, he will kill you. Then you clear, they're in varying spots. They move around a little. You clear a crocodile so that you can go right. There's generally one up on the ground there. So you usually have to kill at least 3 crocs in this area. The stationary one out there, the one up here, and then one in the water. Sometimes you'll have to do a second one in the water. And yes, you're already through over 50 of the chalices, which is why I had you make 2 combines. Froggy's in the bushes. Next group is up there. You'll see to the left there's some goo down in there. You don't need to deal with it. You don't have to go into that area at all, so you can just ignore them. Now keep on going. You look up there. There's our named up there. We'll get there. But we've got a few groups to go before that. Come on, too far away. Well, on you. There you go. Now, hang a right. Don't get too excited if you see that shiny, because you want to get rid of the group that's going to be in that area first. Then you go on to Molinap the Destructor. Yet another mob that's named for a tiny Easter egg. Molinap. Paul Molina is one of the devs. So it's his last name and his first initial. And I'm sure I mispronounced it. I'm having tang-tungled problems. This gate here opened when you killed that Dracoda. If it didn't open, well, you've got a lag problem, which is supposedly only on beta and is fixed for live. There's a croc down at the bottom. You cannot reach it with your chalice from up here. So don't just go bonsai and jump over the edge. Try to stay far enough away so that you can then swim up and get rid of him before he eats you. A roamer just depopped over there to the left, so I've got to be kind of careful. I'm going to take it at a bit more of an angle, clear out that group while I'm waiting for the roamer to come through again. You will need everything in this area cleared out, because you're going to be dragging dead froglocks around. So anything that's around is going to be in your way. That roamer, though, I will wait on that just depopped on me because I don't have to go this far yet. I'm coming over here, zipping around, and taking care of this group. Back around to the corpse now. Move. This placement is fussy. Sometimes it will work right first try, sometimes it won't. If it doesn't go up in flames like it is, then you need to wiggle it around until you can place it and it starts on fire. If it doesn't go on fire, it's not the right spot. Sometimes you can get it first try, sometimes you can't. Be careful of the roamers. There'll be another roamer down here in a moment. There he is. There's where he stops. Group to the right. Group to the left. Froggy corpse number 2. Just the bottom half of him, and he goes up in flames. As I said, jiggle it around until you get the right placement. I've done this enough times that most of the times I can get it first try. Group that's on both sides from there. Another group there. Now this area is clear. Froggy corpse. Important note. See where Miss Pinking Shears is jumping. That is where a named is about to spawn. So you don't want to place it right here because, well, you're going to be having him spawn on top of you. And yeah, there is a short delay after he spawns, like a second or so, before he goes aggro, so you can move if you forget. But it's better to just be prepared. He's on fire. There's the Ghoul Usurper. There he goes. He's targetable now. Boom. This is now a respawn point. If you die from this point forward after you have taken him out, you will respawn here. And now we come to the beta bug where the gates are closed, where they should have been opened the moment he died. So I'm going to camp this, pause it, and I will be back. This bug is supposedly only on beta, once again. It will not be on live. So I will pick up where I left off and you will be able to see what's going on. I'm back! Okay, now that we fixed the problem with the bugged gate, which is again only on test, I am going down and I'm going to continue onwards. And no, I'm not, because I spoke too soon. This is not where we started before. I had to backtrack in order to make more items because I logged out in order to fix the bug. So now I am backtracking back over to this spot, which is where we left me. I had just killed the Ghoul Usurper, and then this gated area opened up. Or didn't open up thanks to the bug, but this is only on beta, the live version. Once you kill the Usurper, this happens, and that roamer is now toast. Group to the left. Final room. We're going to edge up carefully, because there is a group to the right and to the left again. There's the group to the right. I can't tell if there's something hiding behind that torch. So I'm edging up a bit. Does not look like it. Almost got taken out by that roamer that goes along the front though, so now he's gone. Targeting that mob because I know it's linked to the one near the doorway. So let's see where he is today. There he is. He is right next to that fire pot. So he's gone now. It's a roamer that comes from the back up to that point. You need him out of the way. So that's a total of 2 roamers inside this room. One that comes along the front here and one that comes from the back towards the front center. Clear that group. I like to clear him too since I've got extras. Normally there is a shiny spawn in this room. However, since I relogged, the shiny is not here. But this is where the 4th and final shiny will be. Killed and aimed. Boom, I'm done. This is also the first run through for this copied character, so she also earned the achievement with the nice little Return to Guk painting. Get the normal Tradeskill rewards, zone out, resummon pets and all that fun stuff, and you're all done. But since I'm here, I'm going to show off what is an extremely pink lineup. If the zone ever finishes, I may just have to cancel this. Nope, there it goes. But you need to get the full effect of this pink, since this is the one that ended up with the successful recording. Pinking and patches. Gonna bury her head in the mount, apparently. So there she is. Pink, pink, and purple. Anyway, that concludes it. I hope the walkthrough helps.